Okay, so hello everyone, myself Gaurangi Kushwa and I am an intern at Lexis and Company. So today in this video, we are going to discuss about a recent judgment which was passed on Wednesday by the Supreme Court regarding the unconstitutionality of the Maratha quota reservation. So now let's move into the video. Okay, so the five-judge constitution bench of the Supreme Court on Wednesday unanimously declared the Maratha law, which provides reservation benefit to the Maratha community, taking the quota limit in the state in excess of 50% as unconstitutional. The bench, led by the Justice Ashok Bhushan, found there was no exceptional circumstances or extraordinary situation in Maharashtra which required the Maharashtra government to break the 50% ceiling limit to bestow quota benefits on the Maratha community. The Supreme Court struck down the findings of the Justice N.G. Gaikwad Commission, which led to the enactment of the Maratha quota law and set aside the Bombay High Court judgment, which invalidated the Maharashtra Reservation for Socially and Educationally Backward Classes SEBC Act of 2018. The High Court had in June 2019 reduced the quantum of reservation for Marathas from 16% recommended by the Gaikwad Commission to 12% in education and 13% in employment. The Supreme Court concluded that even the reduced percentage of reservation granted by the High Court were ultra wise. In fact, the Supreme Court held that the separate reservation for a Maratha community violates Article 14, right to equality, and 21 due to process of law. Most importantly, the Supreme Court declined to revisit the its 1992 Indira Sohani judgment, which fixed the reservation limit at 50%. We don't find any subsistence to revisit the Indira Sohani judgment on referring it to a larger bench. The judgment has been upheld at least 4 constitution bench. Justice Ashok Bhushan read from this led opinion on the question of validity of the Maratha quota law. In 1992, a 9-judge bench of the court had drawn the Lakshman Rekha for reservation in jobs and education at 50% except in extraordinary circumstances. However, over the years, several states like Maharashtra and Tamil Nadu have crossed the Rubicon and passed laws which allows reservation shooting over 60%. The 5-judge bench had decided not to confine the question of reservation spilling over 50% limit to just Maharashtra. The bench had expanded the ambit of the case by making other states party and inviting them to make the stand clear on the question of whether reservation should continue to remain within 50% boundary or not. So the Indira Sohani judgment had categorically said 50% shall be ruled only in certain exceptional and extraordinary situations for bringing far-flung and remote areas population into mainstream. Said 50% rule can be relaxed. Justice Bhushan said that the appointments made under the Maratha quota following the Bombay High Court judgment endorsing the state law would hold, but they would get no further benefits. Students already admitted under the Maratha quota would continue. Students admitted to postgraduate course would not be affected since they were not given reservation. In the second part of the judgment on the validity of the 102nd Constitutional Amendment, Justice S. Ravindra Bhatt held a different view from one held by Justice Bhushan and S. Abdul Nazir. The bench had looked into the question where Constitution Act of 2080, which introduced the National Commission for Backward Classes, interfered with the authority of state legislatures to provide benefit to the social and educationally backward communities in their own jurisdiction. The Constitution Amendment had introduced Articles 338B and 342A in the Constitution. Article 338B deals with the newly established National Commission for Backward Classes. Article 342A empowers the President to specify the socially and educationally backward communities in a state. It says that it is the Parliament to include a community in the central list for socially and backward classes for grant of reservation benefits. The court had delved into whether Article 342 stripped state legislature of their discretionary power to include the backward communities in the state list. Justice Bhatt agreed that only the president could make changes in the central list of socially backward classes based on the data given from various sources, including the National Commission for Backward Classes. The state could only make suggestions. The final exercise of including caste and communities was done by the president alone. So Justice Bhushan and Nasir however, concluded that the parliament did not intend to take away from the state its power to identify the backward classes, but they nevertheless upheld the validity of the Amendment Act. So by this, I end my video here. Thank you so much. Stay safe, stay healthy.